Hey everyone, welcome back to the Deep Dive. We're going deep today on Psalm 93.
Yeah.
From the New Living Translation, we're using YouVersion for this one.
Right on, yeah.
Should be pretty interesting. It's a short psalm, but
It is, packed with, huge themes.
yeah, it's amazing how much is packed into just these few verses.
Absolutely. And we're pulling, some of our thoughts and insights from YouVersion's breakdown of it.
Right.
Where you can find the audio, video, all that.
Perfect, yeah.
And it's part of a bigger set, too, like Psalms 90 through 106. They all kind of
Interesting.
flow together. So there's a lot to dig into.
All right, well, let's dive right in. Verse 1. The Lord is king. He is robed in majesty. Indeed, the Lord is robed in majesty and armed with strength. The world stands firm and cannot be shaken. Right from the start, that's just a powerful statement.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It just hits you with that declaration, God's in charge, no question.
It does. And that repetition, robed in majesty and then armed with strength.
Yeah.
It really paints a picture. Yeah. It emphasizes that power, that authority. And then it connects it, right? The world is stable because of that. It's kind of reassuring, especially when things feel so, chaotic.
Right, for sure.
In our world, it's nice to think about that.
Yeah. And then in verse 2, there's this shift to God's eternal nature. It says, "Your throne, O Lord, has stood from time immemorial. You yourself are from the everlasting past."
Mm-hmm. It's highlighting God's existence outside of time, how we normally think of it.
Yeah.
Like beginnings and endings. We're so used to those. But this is in God's beyond all that.
And I think that contrast with, human leaders and
Yeah.
even historical periods.
Exactly. Like all those things have a start and a finish. But this is saying God is timeless.
Yeah.
Does that I don't know, does that kind of mess with your head a little bit?
It's so hard to wrap your mind around. And then we get to verses 3 and 4, and it's so vivid. "The floods have risen up, O Lord. The floods have roared like thunder. The floods have lifted their pounding waves." But then this incredible shift. "But mightier than the violent raging of the seas, mightier than the breakers on the shore, the Lord above is mightier than these." It's wow.
It's intense. And I think those floods, it's like a metaphor, right?
Right.
For anything that feels overwhelming. It could be, personal stuff, societal problems, anything huge and chaotic.
Challenges, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And the way it describes them, like roaring, pounding, it really captures that feeling of just being completely swamped.
Yeah, that line, "mightier than these," it's so reassuring in a way.
It is. It's like no matter how crazy things get, there's a power greater than all of it.
Right.
Which, when you think about it, it's pretty hopeful.
Mm.
It makes you wonder, though, where do you turn to when things feel really overwhelming? What do you see as that ultimate power?
That's a good question. And then lastly, verse 5, "Your royal laws cannot be changed. Your reign, O Lord, is holy forever and ever." So again, we're back to this theme of permanence.
Totally. This time it's about God's rule.
Yeah.
It's saying it's holy, unchanging. It gives this sense of a moral foundation.
Yeah.
And I don't know about you, but in a world where everything feels in flux, it's kind of comforting to think about something that stays the same.
Totally. And I love how this song brings all these ideas together, right?
Yeah.
God's power, God's timelessness, this image of stability, even in the face of chaos.
Right. It's a pretty amazing picture of divine authority. And it's all in just 5 verses.
So we've got this really powerful, eternal God. His reign is unshakable. He brings order, and he's stronger than anything that could threaten that order. Pretty incredible stuff to think about.
It really is.
I'd love for you, the listener, to just sit with this idea for a moment. How does this ancient understanding of God's power and permanence resonate with your own experiences? We live in a world that's constantly changing, so where can we find something truly unchanging, something we can rely on? It's something to consider for sure. Thanks for joining us today on The Deep Dive.
It's been a pleasure.
Always a good time.